What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Juju Green, aka Straw Hat Goofy, and I'm sitting here with the cast and director of Five Nights at Freddy's 2. We have Tammie, Elizabeth Lail, and Matthew Lillard. How are we doing today?
We're doing good. Good to see you.
I'm really good to be here with you guys. I'm really excited to talk about this movie. We've talked about it quite in depth, but we're going to get even deeper into it, okay?
Great.
So to get this thing started...
Well, you've come to the right place. If you want to get deeper,
oh, yeah?
these two are really going to take you to the next level.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
all right, you know what? That was going to be my last question, but let's get into that one right now. A lot of fans go into like really big deep dives when it comes to Five Nights at Freddy's because the lore is so expansive, it's so huge. It's like a universe already. I want to know, what does your deep dives look like? Like, have you become experts on the lore in your process of like being a part of this franchise?
You're an expert to a degree.
I've absorbed a lot.
Okay. Emma has to know
I would
everything.
never call myself an expert. I really defer to the experts, including Scott, and now like Piper, and even McKenna Grace, who joined our cast on this one, is like such a lore head, and has been a fan for so many years. But I feel like both of you have probably picked up.
I've done some Googling.
Yeah, I think that when I first got the job, I said to Scott, look, there's this huge world, like you're saying, this of lore. You know, there's books and there's coloring books and there's games. Where do you want me to start? And he said, literally just start on the first game. And he sent me a series of playthroughs. Matt Pat was a couple of them. And you know, that was enough for Scott for us to start the journey. And then, like Emma said, having Scott there as like, you know, the actual oracle is super helpful.
Yeah.
And it also gives us like more freedom too, right? Because it's, I think if we were to do something that felt not in line with something from the lore, we would hear about it. So I think there's a safety net to try new things and explore things with these characters that are so beloved and known from the lore, but we're also, you know, trying to find our own way in the movie. What were you going to say about what you've...
Well, Scott also told me that like my version of Vanessa is not necessarily like verbatim from the games, but there is a Vanessa in the games. And of course I read all about her. What's really cool about the lore is a lot of it is written by the fans.
Yeah. Like a big
and so,
Wikipedia page.
yeah, so it's all, and it's like Vanessa has like her own little breakdown, and
there's different
they
theories.
talk about her psyche and stuff, which
Right.
like as an actor is really exciting. I'm like, oh, this is how she feels.
Yeah. Do you like feel like you as an actor you get a chance to add a little bit of like your like personal things into the character as
You
well, and
inevitably
that becomes
do.
part of the lore? Because I find that very fascinating.
I will be interested to see like in years' time if what like we are doing becomes a part of it, or what this movie, you know, if anything we introduce might inspire some lore.
Yeah, no, it's almost like when we talk about the Marvel Cinematic Universe, how that is its own universe, or whatever gets added to that becomes part of the greater multiverse. So I feel like you're in the Five Nights at Freddy's multiverse now, which is like actually pretty cool. Hey, coin that term. I like that. I just thought of that.
That was
good. Thank you. Let's talk a little bit about the animatronics, because there's more animatronics, like bigger set pieces and things of that sort. What animatronic were you guys like really chomping at the bit to like see or like bring to life? Like, I'm very curious to know which ones you were like really like.
That we can talk about.
We have a favorite.
Yeah.
Oh, we're not allowed to talk about her?
No, we're allowed to talk about it. Mangle was one of the most, I think, highly anticipated build, and to actually like see how it was going to come to life in the real world, because it defies physics in many ways, marionette as well. But actually Elizabeth had the most interaction with it on set, and had quite a few scenes
With Mangle.
that
Best friends.
Best or great enemies. Could go either way.
yeah. Now that might be a spoiler. So
Yeah.
depending on when this
I
airs.
think we should take that again.
Is that
actually, 'cause
oh yeah.
it is. Yeah.
But they don't know
pull it back.
when.
You know what? We'll post that later, and then we'll keep this. It's like,
Yes,
you know, we'll beep
yes.
out the whole part.
I'll just kick it over to, and Elizabeth Mangle was one of your favorite characters as well.
Well, it's very impressive, all the puppeteers it takes to make it alive. And it's almost like a scary spider with all the arms.
Right.
It's very dangerous.
Oh my God, I cannot wait to see this.
Yeah.
White guy, I hate spiders. So you guys just gave me a little PTSD there. I want to talk a little bit about kind of like, you guys have spent a lot of time with the animatronics, like obviously you've been in one. And so like spending so much time with them, I would assume that you guys get used to it after a while. But what I find fascinating is you're making something to scare people. So I want to know, how do you pressure test fear with the animatronics against yourself, and then knowing that that's going to scare others?
Yeah, I think that that's a great leap of faith. Look, you know, it feels overwhelming, but when you're doing movies like this, when you're doing movies, you know, in general, there's so they say don't watch them make the sausage.
Right.
Like, well, we're in the middle of making the sausage. So the reality is that it's not intimidating, it's not overwhelming, it's not actually scary. The thing that scares you is to put your faith in so many, you know, the post people, sound effects, music, all of those things that go to tell the whole story.
Yeah.
That's the part that's like, okay, can this all come together? But on the day, you know, when you see Matt Lillard getting in a big suit, there's nothing scary about the fact that, except for the fact I'm in Lycra.
Right.
I mean, that's the only scary part.
That's
It's a little scary.
It's a little scary.
Because
When you're
you're
behind
so
the monitor.
Lycra? And me and Lycra?
Very scary. No. But I mean, I think even on the day, like talking about, you know, a performance or how you're changing blocking to try to get a moment that we think is even scarier than what we had initially planned, or, you know, whatever the.
There was that sequence where
There's a lot
yeah,
that,
yeah,
and I
yeah.
think we can feel like, oh, this would be an incredibly scary moment, even though we're just talking to each other while you're in a yellow rabbit suit.
Yeah.
So
Fair enough.
But you're right. Every department needs to come together to make the moment actually work.
Land.
incredible.
Yeah.
And then to see that all come together, that must be a mind-blowing moment. Thank you so much for
Yeah,
talking
you're
to me.
welcome.
This is incredible.
Thank you.
This
Really
is
appreciate it.
really
Good to
appreciate
see
seeing
you.
you. Really
Yeah, good to
appreciate
see
meeting
you.
and
Nice to
appreciate
meet
meeting
you.
you as well.